A few days ago, I watched my old video called Day with a Dog, One of Infinity. That documented a typical day spent with my dog Buddy. It was so delightful to see and remember Buddy from that time. I've forgotten how sharp and active he used to be. I made that video 3 years ago, and a lot has changed since then. Since the last video, he had knee surgery, got diagnosed with diabetes and Cushing's disease. He also has arthritis and is now going blind, partly due to his age, but mostly because of the diabetes. My dad adopted Buddy in 2008 when he was bigger than a puppy, perhaps even full grown, so his estimated age now is at least 16 or 17 years old. His vet techs say he looks pretty good in person compared to on paper, and I agree. Doesn't he still look like a puppy? He still has a strong appetite and is mostly in control with relieving himself, so we're thankful for that. Since the last video, I bought a house and I'm glad we moved here before Buddy started losing his sight because he knows the lay of the land on this property. It's been really nice lately to wake up and walk him when it's bright outside, now that the sun shines earlier and longer in the summertime. This morning, I discovered he had an accident in the half bath. The good thing is that when he needs to go early in the morning and no one can help him, he knows he can go in the restroom. The vet recommended I feed him prescription canned dog food, and I have to admit, it's been really convenient rather than cooking him food once or twice a week. He also seems to like it, but he's not a picky eater. I think I'm going to ask the vet if I can make him food again, just because I'm not keen on feeding him processed food and pork, which appears to be the #1 ingredient in this. I tend to extensively record him eating, but that's because it's his favorite thing to do, and I want to capture him being happy. This restroom smells so much. I bought this mop and a carpet shampooing machine as soon as we were getting ready to move into this house, because I knew I was going to need something to clean the floors. Little did I know I would mostly be using these items for Buddy's accidents. It's July 4th today, and the start of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. The woods are lush, and they're filled with birds chirping throughout the day. Are you stuck? Do you need help? Be careful. There you go, little guy. Go ahead, baby. It's been a while since I had porridge or any type of hot cereal, so I made a 5-grain pumpkin porridge this morning. In the past, Buddy would be right there to beg for food, but he's been a little slower to be at the table lately. A few years ago, after his breakfast or my breakfast, he would go looking for me right away, but this year he doesn't hang out with me in my office much anymore. I think climbing up and down the stairs has been harder for him. He usually returns to bed and naps for an hour or two, signals to go out to relieve himself, expects a treat, and goes back to sleep into his noon walk. My husband is sick with COVID today, so I decided to make him a huge pot of chicken and rice soup so that he could eat it for the next couple of meals. This takes a while to cook, so I started early in the morning. It's a Vietnamese recipe that requires you to infuse the aromatics with rice on a hot stove before boiling everything. Hey, little guy. Yay! Where you going? You ready for your walk? On warm summer days, Buddy's not as interested in long walks and wants to head home sooner. In the afternoon, Buddy watches me or my husband eat our lunches and then naps the rest of the day until his evening walk. I felt a bit lazy today, so I decided to just bake some pre-made egg rolls and enjoy them with today's leftovers. You ready for dinner? While the egg rolls were in the oven, I decided to go to the back porch and relax. But Buddy was extremely concerned that I was neglecting everyone's dinner, and he urged me to come back inside. Can I help you? It's not dinner time yet. Gonna go back to my seat now. Gonna go back to my chips now. During the summer, my husband and I have dinner before Buddy. I think he's been less aggressive with begging lately. Sometimes he gets overly excited about dinner and has an accident in the middle of the dining area. This has happened multiple times this year. He realizes what he did, so he has a guilty expression and hides under the table. The flowers in the yard are blooming so much, so I decided to deadhead a few and see how Buddy would react to these pansies. At first, he tried to take a bite out of one, but I pulled it away just in time. They're actually safe for humans to eat and are non-toxic to dogs. Doesn't he look precious with a flower on his head? Is it time for us to go out? Lots of fireworks popping outside though. Buddy gets a short walk at night before bed. These walks are usually short. We walk about 3 houses away and back, then call it a night. Recently, we do a routine I like to call treasure hunt after we come in from the walk. Basically, I hide 2 small treats somewhere in his blanket and bed, and he searches for them. Every time he finds his treat, I give him a round of applause, and he seems to really enjoy this. Did you find it? Good job! Good job! Oh, good job, buddy! Good job! You found it! You found it! You found everything! Good boy. I walk away as soon as he finds his last treat so that he'll know that that is it. Tonight is July 4th, so there are a lot of fireworks popping in the night. Luckily, Buddy doesn't seem affected by fireworks in the distance. Most nights, I brush my teeth and say goodnight to Buddy, and he'll fall asleep shortly. In the past year, it seems he wants to have some sort of official resolution to the night, like getting his bed fluffed and getting tucked in. After the treasure hunt, if I go and watch TV in the living room instead of brushing my teeth, he'll come out looking for me, whine, and stay outside until I go to bed. Tonight, he's hanging out in the living room with me until my bedtime. I hope you enjoyed the stay with us. Good night.